There we go. What is going on, everybody? Week 1, here we go. Let's go. Got the last few commercials going on before the game starts. Let's get it. Thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all ready to watch the game. Seems like it took forever to get here, but we are finally here. Lighting doesn't look bad. Yeah, I can't be doing all that. All right. There we go. Man, I haven't been this pumped for an opening game. Last year was, we weren't sure. Turn the volume on accident. We weren't sure how it was going to be. It turned out to be a great season. But we weren't sure how it was going to be. And I think this year, coming out here ready for this, we have higher expectations now. The expectations are higher, and I've been waiting for week 1 for a minute now. Like, I haven't been this excited in a while. Last year felt like a dream, but now it's time to make that normal. Let's make success normal. That's all we're hoping for as Commander fans. Got the Terry McLaurin jersey on, 17, representing. So, hoping for a good game, big game. No injuries. They got Chris Rodriguez is going to be healthy and active today. So that means we should see Bill Krosky-Merritt a little bit more. We got Austin Eckler, Bill Krosky-Merritt. Let's see. Here's the inactives for the Giants. Andrew Thomas isn't playing, so that's kind of good for us. He had a foot injury. And then as you see here, these are the guys that aren't playing for us. Nothing that we didn't know. Josh Johnson, third string quarterback. Hopefully we never even have to see Mariota. Which he came in last year, played decent for us, but I don't want to see him at all. Chris Rodriguez, like we said, he's inactive. Trent Scott's inactive. And then Kane Madrano and Ali Kahu, which are both rookies. So nothing that we didn't know there. Man, I wish this game would just hurry up and start. They say it starts at 1, but it never does it? Got Tom Brady's going to be on the call today. I saw that earlier. So it'd be cool to. I like listening to. I know some people don't care for Tom Brady to be commentator, but I liked listening to him last year. He kind of gives you a good insight. Same thing with Tony Romo. I don't like Tony Romo because he was a Cowboys player, but him as a commentator, I like sometimes where he kind of, like last year, there was a couple of times where he was the commentator for Commanders games, and he was showing, hey, this is where I would go here, this is where I would go here, and then Jaden made those plays. So that's what I like seeing, that because you see from a quarterback's perspective, and when you see your quarterback do what most of our quarterbacks have never done before, it is really really good thing. Number 5, there he is. All right. There we go. Gamecast is finally up. So we're going to have the Gamecast up. I have the score right here. I have the game plan over here. I'll be watching it. I'll be doing play-by-play. The other night, yeah, it's a little bit ahead, so we're going to try to pay attention to the game more than the screen, just so we don't get any spoilers over here. Giants are kicking. So as you can see it right here, it's already happened. Deebo Samuel, -1. To the Washington, -1. I was reading, I was like, -1. It makes, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Deebo kick returning. I said that the other night. I understand why he's back there. He's very explosive and very good at what he does. But I think your star players like that, we need them on the field at other positions than just kick return. That was the big thing with Austin Ekeler last year. See, that's that tackle right there. He got hit pretty decently in the legs right there. We need him. We need him in the bigger plays instead of just right there. You know, that's my only downfall to that is that was how it happened to Austin Ekeler. Like I said last year, concussions. You know, I think that hurt our running back room later on in the year. But let's be honest, we couldn't run the ball worth anything the second half of the season. And that's what proved with Jaden Daniels how amazing he was that he was able to run this offense and just be awesome with it. All right, first down. Swing pass. Ekeler. So we're a little bit behind over here. Over here it shows it's a play ahead. So like I said, I'm not going to pay attention too much. I'm going to watch the game and try not to be spoiled. Daniel scramble. Ooh, don't like that. Ooh, did not like the way he was. Yeah, wasn't too big much of a fan of that. Third down. Yeah, like I said, we're a play or two behind over here, but we're gonna watch the game. We're gonna keep this up for the people who want to see it, but we're gonna be right here. That's 2 hits. I'm not a big fan. I'm fine with him running, but I don't like him being tackled. That's a first down for us. Like I said, not a huge fan of it, but we'll take it where we got it. Offensive line's doing good so far. I think the 2 runs. Here we go, 1st and 10. There we go. Run. Ekeler. About 4 yards. Ooh. That was close. That was close to an interception. You know, that was the only big thing about it. In the only big thing about the preseason was he really didn't throw during the preseason games where he played, and I think that could have hurt him a little bit. You know, we did a lot of running there. I think it's gonna have a slow start for us. It's going to be a false start. Yeah. Incomplete pass to Zach Ertz. Oh, that should have been caught by Ertz. That's got to be caught. Can't have that. And we punt. Good punt. 7-yard, 6-yard gain. Well, that was our first offensive drive. Not what we wanted as a team. So now we're going to see what the Giants can do on offense. 1st and 10 on the 23. Got to get Russell Wilson at quarterback. So not a hot start. I was pretty sure that's how it was going to go, though. You know, like I said, Jaden didn't really throw too much in the off season, and as you see there, it kind of hurt him a little bit. I don't want to say it's going to be a bad season off of one drive, but you got to start hotter than that. We got 1 first down, though. It's better than 0 first downs. Zach Ertz dropped the ball. Can't have that, you know. I like Zach Ertz. He's on the older side, but you start making plays like that, people are gonna start calling for Bates getting more catching, which I know he's more of a blocking tight end, and then you're gonna have they're gonna want to see Ben Sinnott, however you want to say his last name. A lot of people wanted to see him more last year. Didn't really happen, but like I said, we're going to have to see how it goes. Oh, man. Commercials. Let's see what I'm looking. Alright. Do a little score updates. Indianapolis is up 3-0 on Miami. The Raiders are already up 7-0 to New England. The Jets are up 3-0 to Pittsburgh. Jacksonville and Carolina is still scoreless. Cleveland and Cincinnati is still scoreless. Atlanta Falcons have a 7-0 lead on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So there's your score updates. And also Arizona and New Orleans is still 0-0. So you would like to see ours have a number by it. But it is what it is. It's all right. No biggie. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Let's see what they got. There we go. Good stop. Good defense. That's good. Is that Kinlaw? That's what you want to see right off the bat, is that defensive line getting in there. Shotgun, 2nd and 11. Good pressure. He beat Lattimore on that one a little bit, though. Neighbors did. So we don't want that. But good coverage. Good coverage right there. That's good to see. Third and 11. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that the stream's just a tad behind the ESPN version. It's all right though. Screen pass. Ooh, good tackle. Deron Payne with the stop, and that's what you want to see from your defense. 3 and out right off the bat. That's what you want to see. That's good to see. That's good to see. That's what we want to see. So we got Jalen Lane's going to receive this punt. He's got enough room to return. Only got a few yards. Got a flag. Offensive holding. So yeah. So that'll put us at the 20. Defense held up though. That's good to see. We saw the defense hold up. And that's all we wanted. So now offense is going to come back out. Hopefully put a drive together. Who is 31? Jonathan Jones. Yeah, I thought he was inactive. Not inactive. I didn't think he'd be playing much this game, but I guess they got him on special teams, which is fine by me. If he's not going to be playing on defense, get him some reps on special teams. All right, we're going to mute it real quick. I have some chicken fries in the oven, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. What did we miss? Oh, had a good play. Good catch. Is that the rookie? I have to go back and check and see. I didn't see the number of who that was. Oh, there we go. Noah Brown. Noah Brown is he's a good receiver. He came clutch for us last year in a few times. Especially we all know the Hail Mary game where he came out and came clutch for us. All right, you're gonna keep it. Get down, man. Get down. Who was that big play to? Chris Moore. Okay. Chris Moore coming in and playing a big play. That's big. Eckler holding the ball. Good first down. Good first down run. On the 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Got a timeout. Got an injured Giant. It was good to see. It's Micah McFadden that's injured. That'd be a blow to them. He's a pretty decent linebacker, I believe. Got some chicken fries. I don't know if you can see that. Let's do a little score check. Let's see what's going on. Still scoreless in Arizona versus New Orleans. Indianapolis 3-0 still. Las Vegas is still up 7-0 on New England. Pittsburgh is up 7-3 on the New York Jets. Jets have got a field goal now. Carolina Panthers and Jacksonville. Jacksonville has a 3-0 lead there. Cincinnati has scored. They have a 7-0 lead on Cleveland. Tampa Bay versus Atlanta is 7-0 Atlanta. And that is the score update from around the league. Oh, don't want that. Go back. There we go. Clicked over to the wrong scores. Oh, nah. Yep, nope. He's done. They got an air cast on him. I guess it just, when he made the tackle, it just popped on him. Thought maybe he got rolled up on or something, but he had the air cast on. So that probably means that something's broken. That's a loss for them. He's an underrated linebacker. Muwasu is coming in and filling in for him. First down. Run to Eckler. Good about 4 yards. All right, we got a 5, 2nd and 5. And the 7-yard line. Empty set. Touchdown, Zach Ertz. Makes up for that drop he had earlier. That's what you want to see. Had a slow drive. Had a slow drive. Respond with the touchdown. That's what you want to see. Matt Gay right down the middle. That is what we want to see. That's what you want to see. Jets scored. Let's do a check. All right, so Arizona finally got on the board 3-0 in New Orleans. Still 3-0 in Indianapolis with Indy with 3. Las Vegas Raiders still up 7-0. And like I said, Jets scored a touchdown, it looks like. It looks like they may have missed the extra point. But they are up 9-7, unless they're going for the extra point right now. Jacksonville up still 3-0 against Carolina. And then Cincinnati still up 7-0 and Atlanta still up 7-0. So, I know a lot of people are rooting for the Jets to beat Pittsburgh because of Aaron Rodgers. How all that went down. Good tackle. Good wrap up. Gonna throw. Ooh, good play. Good play. Tried to get into Neighbors there. Was that Dietrich Wise? Yep. Good job reading it, not being fooled. Almost got him with a helmet, though. Got to be careful with that. Runs Tracy. Decent little run, 6 yards. So 3rd and 4. Pass to Wan'Dale Robinson for 5 yards. It's going to give him a first down. Yep. I think if he would have won Neighbors there, he would have had a bigger gain. But either way, they got a first down. Six-yard run by Tracy again. Good tackle, though, by Quan Martin. Here we go. I didn't show how the Jets went up, though. 9-7. They just showed us Aaron Rodgers' first touchdown. Swing pass, missed tackle, Luvu. First down. You know, I didn't like how Luvu played in the offseason. I thought he was he wasn't really too good in the offseason. Missed a tackle right there. That's not good. Went up too high. Russell Wilson passing. Russell Neighbors. 25 yards. Wide open. It's on Quan Martin. That's a good run. That's a good route. Neighbors, he's good. He didn't really do much. They're just hyping up Scatterboo. Boy's made of rocks, though, I tell you that. Boy's made of rocks. He just puts his head down. Trey Amos. And Luvu again. Luvu, you got to make tackles. I don't know why he's going up high. Excuse me. Can't tackle a boy like that. Gonna run with Scatterboo. Got swallowed up there. -2. So got third down again. Yeah, you can't you gotta hit that boy down low. The boy's made of rocks. It's not that fast, but he definitely is definitely strong. It was like Indianapolis scored. They're up 10-0 on Miami. All right, here we go. Third down. Let's hold him to a field goal. Robinson, first down. Got a flag coming in. Got a little scuffle. Already got a scuffle going. I'm fine with it. Show some fight. Who's that going to be on, though? They called the penalty on Washington. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah. So they're going to have first and goal in the 8-yard line. Short pass to Neighbors. They lost 3 yards. There you go. Good D. That's a good tackle. I'm not liking the tackling from our secondary. The only people that's kind of tackled so far has been the defensive line. Other than that, Luvu's had a couple missed tackles, and our secondary has been kind of iffy. Timeout, Giants. Oh. Timeout. So that's why I said, got to do some better tackling. Got to get better at tackling. I mean, it is week 1. You're going to have some missed tackles, but you're having a lot of your star players and missing some tackles. Let's check on some scores while we're at timeout. Still 3-0 Arizona over New Orleans. Indianapolis is up 10-0 on Miami. New England has finally scored, so you got 7-7. Raiders and New England. Pittsburgh has scored again, so it's 10-9 versus the Jets. We tied up 3-3 Carolina versus Jacksonville. Tied up 7-7 Cincinnati versus Cleveland. 7-0 Atlanta over Tampa Bay. Pass incomplete. Third down. Good stop. Only got to hold him to 3. Got to hold him to 3. Getting in the backfield helped with that one. I mean, I don't know if he would have scored, but he definitely would have got closer to the goal line. Defensive line has really showed up so far. That's one thing that I wasn't sure how they would do. And that's Dorrance Armstrong over there. He played it well, just enough to pressure him to miss that throw. 3rd and goal. Stopped him at the 3-yard line. Good stop. He dropped the ball. And that'll end the first quarter. 7-0 with the ball on the 3. Good hit. That was Will Harris. Almost lost it. I think they'll go for it. I mean, they're on the 3. I mean, I don't know if they will. You don't know how many times you're going to be down here. And you know you got to score points. But if they want to play it safe, take 3 points. 3's better than 0. But I mean, they do have a lot into their defensive line, and if you believe in your line enough, you probably would go for it here and hope that your defense can get a stop. Good stop by the D though. Playing very scary though. A lot of missed tackles in the first quarter. Good tackle there by Harris, though, to force that ball out. Got to jump on that fumble, though. Doesn't matter how many you knock out, you got to recover them. We wouldn't even be worrying about this 4th and goal. So. I appreciate everybody being here. Celebrity weakest link. Ain't nobody watching that. Alright, so it looks like they're going to go for it. He's arguing with neighbors already. Hey, I love it. Dysfunction on the Giants. I love it. Incomplete. We got a penalty on the defense. Going to give him a first down. Legal use of hands on Dietrich Wise. Can't have it. Can't have it. You get the stop, and then you do a stupid play like that. Can't have it. Dude celebrating the penalty. Dancing for a celebration on a penalty. Yeah, went under the helmet on that. Can't do it. Throw incomplete. Tried to do a trick play there. That was a good surge by the defense. That's a real good surge. Got in the backfield quick. That's the thing. They've had Russell Wilson uncomfortable to where he hasn't had this time to like set his feet and all that stuff. Second and goal. Oh, Scatterboo run. Stopped him. Good stop. Good stop. Lost a yard. Good stop. Bobby Wagner. That's a good stop there. Oh, he hit his own. he trucked his own player. What an idiot. Oh, he trucked his own player. That's hilarious. He trucked his own lineman. Fourth and goal, incomplete. So now here's what are they going to do? They're going to go for it, or they go for the field goal. Good hold by the defense. Good hold. So 3-0. That's good by the defense. That's good. Had him on the 1 yard line. That's a good showing by the defense. Oh, I had a man wide open. Oh, I had him wide open. I had him wide open. Thank you for missing that one. But that just shows defense is in his face all night. And that's what you want right there. Making the stop, making it hard for him to make the plays. Defense has showed up. I'll give them credit where credit's due. Defense showed up. They haven't tackled well. But when you play like that in the red zone, that's all you can ask for. Because I was pretty sure they were going to go with 7. They were going to come away with 7 there. But Cam Scatterboo's trucking his own offensive lineman out of the way. That's hilarious. Indianapolis is up 17-0 against Miami right now. I guess Daniel Jones at quarterback was the way to go. Jets have scored again. They're up 16-10 versus Pittsburgh. Tampa Bay finally on the board, 7-3 versus Atlanta. Good show. Good. So first half is some decent football. A little sloppy in the first quarter, but defense made the stop in the red zone, and you can't ask for more than that. So now offense is going to get the ball back here in a minute, and they need to go down the field like they did the last drive. I think we'll see a little bit more running this coming drive. Try to slow the game down a little bit, give your defense some time to breathe. Don't want to be a hurry up and quick and 3 and outs out of there, but I don't think we've seen any runs from Krosky yet. Old Bill. We'll do just scoring place. Yeah, just Jaden so far is only runner. $110 total yards. That right there, though. 4 penalties for 26 yards. Can't have it. We were penalized so much in the offseason, or in preseason. Excuse me. And that was a big deal. And here we are, first game, already got 4 for 26. Luckily, it only ended up being only ended up leading to a field goal. You know, could have been worse, but can't have it. Penalties are what kills drives or keeps drives going for the opposite team. All right, here we go. 7-3. Had a 16 plays. Debo got tripped. I think that could have been a nice one if he wouldn't have got tripped, but I thought he had to throw it to the left. I guess that was just kind of eye candy to get him out of the way. Old Bill got a yard. Pass to Devo, incomplete. So 3rd and 9. Oh, got a little too high. Got to make that, though. Got to make that catch. They say if it can hit you in the hands, you can make the catch. Going deep for Terry. Ooh. Don't tell me you out of breath, Terry. Should have been out there fighting for all that money. And now the defense is back out there after going on that long drive. That's what I did want. You know, you got to run the ball a little bit more, but you got to blame. Jaden, missed him. We'll say that on the one to Terry, but Debo, it was a little high, but I think Debo could have made that catch. Ooh, good hit by who's that? Nick Ballore. Good hit. Want a hurdle? Boom. That's a hit right there. On the 15. So what we've seen so far, Jaden's a little high. Threw that one a little bit too far. Get down on it. See. Oh, Arizona scored. They're up 10-0 on the Saints right now. Yeah, gotta make those throws. Debo's got to make that catch. I know it was a little high, but got to make that. And now your defense is going to come back on the field after that long drive they just had, 16 plays. Now they got to come right back out. That was the biggest thing. In the last year, the good thing was Jaden would take the team on these long drives and would give the defense time to rest, and you didn't have to worry about it. That's the one bad thing about having an older defense. You got some players back there like Bobby Wagner and stuff. Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, he's not too old, but he's getting up there. Will Harris, he ain't too young either. You don't want those guys just out there sprinting all game, and that's why I wish we would have ran a little bit more there. I know they did the one run and only got a yard, but that was the only thing. If you have a long drive like that, but I mean the plays worked. You just got to have better execution, because Terry got open, but that's what we were hoping we weren't going to see was all that happening with Terry, wanting his money, was going to affect his long-term play. And there you see it, first attempt, and they missed it. Devin Singletary, 8-yard run. So going in 3rd and 1. Yeah, we're a little bit behind the stream. The TV version is a little bit behind what ESPN. So incomplete pass to Wan'Dale Robinson, 4th down. Good play. That's what you needed right there. Another 3 and out. Good 3 and out for the defense. Gets them off the field. That's what you wanted to see. That's what you want right there. Good job. Good job, D. Punt, fair catch by Jalen Lane. So, that's what we needed to see there. They're going to have it almost midfield on the 42. Incomplete Alright, had to mute real quick. Sorry about that. Just checking the audio on the videos, making sure could hear it and everything. And we are good to go. Let's do a check around the league. Arizona and New Orleans is tied 10-10. Indianapolis is still up 17-0 on Miami. 7-7 Las Vegas Raiders versus New England. The Jets are up 16-10 on Pittsburgh. Jacksonville is up 10-3 on Carolina. Cincinnati and Cleveland are tied at 7. And Atlanta is up 7-3 on Tampa Bay. You know, that is one thing that we're seeing now. There's a commercial going on right now. But that is one thing that we are seeing more of. I accidentally clicked on that there. That's one thing we are seeing more of is you're starting to see Washington in more NFL commercials. And in previous years, you wouldn't see them at all. Just had a good run. Bills-Koski Merritt. Good run for the first down. Ah, man, I hate it being behind. Jane Daniels sacked for -6. Brian Burns. Oh, it was a screen. They blew up the screen. Second and 16. James scrambles, passes. Debo, first down. That's what you want to see right there. First down, Debo Samuel. See, that's the thing about Jaden. They're so worried about him running the ball. Is that little things like that will happen is where guys will just continue to run with him and then they leave open holes. First and 10. End around Samuel. Loss of 1. Got a penalty. Defensive holding. Automatic first down. I guess that was first down, so it's only 5 yards, but still. First down, but there's a penalty. I was looking at it, popped up at the second. Offensive offsides. I don't understand how you have that as a wide receiver when you have an official right there. That's another penalty, though, for us. I'm going to have to look here in a second and see. I mean, we already had 4. I mean, that's got to be the 6th penalty now. And, I mean, that's a first down that's wiped away now. Can't have that. So, 1st and 15. $37. Ooh, Burns beat Connolly on that one. Crazy, they can't get him down, though, which I'm fine. Take the sack. He beat Connolly on that one, which he's going to beat you. Second and 19. Pass to Terry. Good job, Connolly Jr., though. You know, you give up a sack and then you come back and you stop it there. So that's good right there. Daniel Scramsel to the right. Beats Burns, first down. Got penalty on the Giants. Defensive holding. First down. Good play. Good play. Oh. That would have been a touchdown. I don't know if it would have been a touchdown, but definitely could have been. Oh, yeah, that would have been. Good play. Here we go, 1st and 10. In the red zone again. It's on the 11 or 12. Handoff. Bill. Gain of 4. Second and 4. Handoff. Krosky bounces it to the right. Touchdown. Touchdown. There we go. Good play. Good play. 14-3. Matt Gay with an extra point. That's good right there. Good play by the offensive line. That was good play. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Got to give it up for the O-line on that one. That's good blocking right there. That's good blocking. Good blocking. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Alright, I'm going to mute it and I'll be right back, guys. Bow. Bow. Alright, we are back. Team's playing good. Team is playing good. That's good play by the offensive line last drive. Special teams has done way better. You know, in the preseason, that was the biggest thing. Special teams kickoff return or kickoff teams were not playing well. They were just letting guys run all over. So it's good to see them all coming down and all making plays. Russell Wilson passed to Malik Neighbors. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. That's a good pass rush by Kinlaw there. We're getting good pass rush. I mean, the offensive line of the Giants isn't nothing to be proud of. Andrew Thomas, their best offensive lineman, isn't playing today. So, I mean, as much credit as you want to give them, they're not really going against much, I would say. But the more hits Russell Wilson keeps taking on this, the more of a chance you're going to see Jackson Dart. I don't think we'll see Dart this first game unless it gets way out of hand, which it could happen, but I don't think they're going to put Dart in yet. I don't think they'll put him in for a few weeks. A little short dump off to the tight end. So 3rd and 5. .540 and counting on the ball on the 25-yard line. Another penalty. Incomplete to Wan'Dale Robinson, but we have a defensive offsides by Daron Payne. Let's scroll down and see how many yards is that now that we have towards penalties. 6 for 34 yards. Nobody even around, but we're going to give them a first down. No, I guess it's still third down. So it's 3rd and 1. But can't have that. Like, again, that's another 4th down. They're up for a 4th down, and then you give them another chance. And you can't have it. They both jumped. It was 2 of them. It was Dietrich. They said Dorrance Armstrong and Daron Payne jumped at the same time. So 3rd and 1. Giants call a timeout. Commanders call a timeout, not Giants. My bad. That would have been a first down, though, from the Giants if they would have went with it. QB sneak. .514. Russell Wilson with the run. 2 yards. First down. So that penalty comes back to haunt us. Would have been 4th down. Give them a chance again. Now there's the play. Drive continues. Can't have it. Went to the right side, gets him a couple yards. So ball will be on the 32-yard line. Yeah, penalties just come back to bite the team. First down and 10, 4:37 and counting. Hand off to Tracy. Breaks the tackle. Gain of 3. Runs again. Tracy, 0-yard run. Stop him at the line. Good job. So now we got 3rd and 7 with the clock continue to run. I didn't realize Dietrich Wise was 6'5". I knew he was big. I didn't know he was that big. I knew Kinlaw was. That's why they brought Kinlaw in. Wanted to beef up and make it. That's a good stand by the defense. Clogging holes right there. Good job clogging the holes. So 3rd and 8. Ball on the 34-yard line. It was like a false start. Yep. Lattimore got it down. Well, that's not good. That's not what you want there. You know, Lattimore dealt with hamstring injuries all last year. You know, that could be the. It wasn't. It wasn't Lattimore. It was Harris. Will Harris. So we got 3rd and 13, 3:11 to go on the 34-yard line. No penalties. No penalties from the defense. Got to get off the field. Give the team a chance to score before halftime. Good pressure. Deron Payne gets the sack. And they only rush 4. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Rushing 4, and you get into the quarterback. That's what you want to see. So far, the highlight has been this defensive line. This defensive line has played outstanding. I mean, a couple penalties, but other than that, it's been really, really stout in the run game. And did not like that. Jalen Lane trying to, I think that's his first actual try to return it. So we're going to hit the 2-minute warning here. Up 14-3. Commanders get the ball back at the 41-yard line with a chance to get some points before halftime. We've seen all preseason Matt Gay hasn't been really too well. Kicking from past, I want to say it was like 45 yards. He pushes it right. Or was it to, I don't know if it's to the right or to the left. But he hasn't been good at all. And so it'll be interesting to see what they do. Obviously, they're going to try to score, but I have a feeling they're going to go passes instead of trying to run the ball, which they should. You know, they only got 1 timeout left, had to use 2 earlier. But yeah, if you had to ask me the highlight so far, you obviously have Jaden is the highlight. He missed a couple throws in the first quarter. Bill Krosky-Merritt with a touchdown earlier was nice to see. But the offensive line, they've had the one Brian Burns sack was just a busted screenplay. So can't really blame the line on that. That was just the defensive line holding them stout. And then the second one was he beat Connerly. But for Connerly and the rest of the offensive line to bounce back on that same exact drive that the sack was given up and allow Krosky-Merritt to get into the end zone. I mean, it's the little things. I mean, the penalties are killing us right now. I would say the penalties in the first quarter was missed tackles, but since then the penalties have really been, like I said, the biggest thing. We've already had, I think it was 7. Now we're up to 7 penalties, 6 or 7, and can't have that. We've had a few of those drives continue because of penalties on third downs. And those you can't have, especially. But to see both the offensive line and the defensive line produce has been really encouraging to see. Showing highlights of the NFC Championship game where Barkley ran all over us. Average yards gained on first down, 6.5 for the Commanders, 3.8 for the Giants. I mean, we've played decently well. All right, 2 minutes to go. 1st and 10 at the 41. Fake the handoff. He's going to throw it. Come on, man. This is Jalen Lane. You got to make that catch. Got to make that catch. That right there is going to get you benched, kid. Can't have that. That right there is going to end up getting you benched. Cannot have that at all. All right, 2nd and 10. Dump it off the lane. Good rebound, get a first down. But if you would have caught the other one, you would have been decent. Jane Daniels sacked. Son of a... Oh, I got to stop looking up. It spoils it for me. That's Brian Burns again beating the rookie. Daniel saying that's on him. I guess he was supposed to get the ball out quick there. Can't have that. Connolly's been beat a couple times now. But it's even got a chip there. Holding on Tunzel. Timeout by the Giants. Can't have that. It does this sometimes. There we go. I like that play. That's a good little play right there. To the 50, to Debo. Get him using that speed as he goes out. And that's where I call the timeout. Connolly been beat a couple times. You expected it. Daniel said that one was on him. I had to go back and watch that replay and see exactly where the play broke down. I'm going to take a break at halftime just for a few minutes. Refill the drink. The family is actually going to a little early a Sunday dinner. It's going to be a little bit earlier, so they're going to be leaving the house here in a little bit, and we're going to be here watching the game. So, thank you, NFL. It's always good when you don't have to hang out with the in-laws. No, I have no problem with my in-laws. All right, 3rd and 11. Throwing it. Oh, good throw, Debo. Debo is playing very good. I mean, it had the one miss early where it hit off his hands, but Debo has been. But that just shows you. Get a little handsy there. Good no call. Good no call. We'll take it. Handoff. All right. 45 and counting. Commanders called a timeout. After getting the first down. Good play, Eckler. So 28 seconds left to go on the clock. Timeout. Ball on the 13. So realistically, you have a couple shots to the end zone. Unless he gets tackled inbounds, then you have just enough time to down it there. Brian Burns limping off the field. They told him to wrap up his ankle. So no timeouts. 28 seconds on the 12. Incomplete pass to Noah Brown. So leaves 23 seconds left on the clock. Timeout, Giants. So we're a little bit behind on ours. So I'm trying not to look up here too much, but I got to keep making sure that the screen, like, it moves like this when there's something that happens. That was high. No flag though. I think he could have got a flag on that one, but I think the ball was just a little bit too high. Yeah, not enough there. It's a little bit too high. This is where the Giants call a timeout. All right, guys, what do you think? What's been the highlight of the first half so far? Let me know in the chat. I think the defensive line has been the highlight. I mean, we all have high expectations on Jaden, but I think the defensive line has been the bright spot so far this whole first half. Eagles and Chiefs next week. That's going to be a good game. All right, second down and 10, 23 seconds left to go. I hate when you see him chopping it up like that. I get it, it's a respect thing, but... All right, second and 10. Quarterback draw. Going to get us down to the 4-yard line. 16 and counting. Got to get up. Got to clock it. Well, that's going to put it down at third down. Oh, they're going to go for a play. Got a play already drawn up. Boom. Just going to throw it away. So it's going to send out the field goal unit. Yeah, they're going to call attention to ground. And I was about to say that. They're going to call it on there. So it's going to be 10 yards. It's going to bring it back to the 14. Yeah. Maybe they could have went for it. Oh, it's going to be a 10-second runoff. Yeah, they're going to do a 10-second runoff, so damn. It's not how you want the second half to end. Had a chance some points that, I'm not going to blame Jaden there. You got to throw it over the middle, though, instead of out of the route. So that's going to stop her from getting points before halftime. 14-3. Can't complain, though. Team has showed up, and we will be back in 10 minutes. We're going to go fill up on drinks, fill up. You guys go fill up on drinks, go use the bathroom, get you some snicky snackies, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to leave the stream up the way it is because it's already got a countdown meter already here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and mute, and we'll see you guys in 10 minutes. And we're back with the second half just like that. Went and got a little drink up, refill, a little snack refill. Second half underway. So takeaways from the first half: too many penalties. Defensive line has played well. Missed some points in the second half, Got to blame Jaden on that. Getting the intentional grounding. But other than that, the team has played decently well. Up 14-3, can't complain. Russell Wilson passed to Malik Labers for 11 yards. He's so good at creating separation. Handoff Tracy. Gain of 6. Second down and 4. No gain. Good stop. Good stop. Third down and 4. So we got third down and 4. Ball on the 37. Get snap off just in time. With a sack. Good job. Good play. Good play. I'm telling you, this defensive line has showed up this game. And it's so good to see. Everyone was like, I know a lot of people were upset that they got rid of Dante Fowler. How do you get rid of a guy that gave you 10 sacks? And I said it. I was like, I don't think he was that good. And as we saw this past game, he didn't do much for the Cowboys. But I was like, I think it's our system. I think they have a really good system in play. And a lot of people didn't like the Kinlaw acquisition. I didn't know much about him. I knew he'd been around here and there. I remember, I'm a Gamecocks fan, so I remember when he was in South Carolina. He was pretty decent, but I didn't think he had a first round grade on him when he went first round for San Francisco. Played at a couple teams since then. So I wasn't hugely high on him, but I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware of his game, but Dietrich Wise has came in here, and he's really stepped up and helped this team as well, coming from the Patriots. So this defensive line has been the biggest bright spot of this game. I mean, I know, like I said, they're not playing against a great offensive line, but that just even more shows you how they should be playing. It's good to see. It's really good to see. And like I said, our offensive line has played well as well. Connerly's had a couple times where he's gotten beat by Brian Burns. But overall the team is they've played good. They came out. They've started strong. Penalties have killed us. Missed tackles in the first quarter, but since then, knock on wood, it's coming along nicely. Few drop passes. Debo's had a couple drops. Zach Ertz had the drop, but he made up with that by scoring the first touchdown. Jalen Lane had a big drop. Jane Daniels went right back to him after that, and he got a first down off that. So it's good to see. Terry's only had one catch so far. They threw it to him that one time on the deep ball, and he overshot him. So it'll be exciting to see how they come out this second half. Just keep doing what you're doing. Honestly, they've been in the red zone each time, except for the first drive. And I've never watched. Sorry, I got mesmerized with a 99 to beat. Never watched that before. But yeah, that's what I said. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out and play. It's been really good. It's been really good so far. The defense has really, showed up, and then so here they're going to show it. That's good. I mean, he had to get away, but he had a wide open guy at the top corner there. Got him frustrated. That's good. Remember, him and Dable were yelling at each other when they were in the red zone the last time when they ended up only getting a field goal. So I am fine with seeing frustrated players on the other team. Handoff. Oh, catch. Good play. See, that's the thing with Jaden. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if he's going to run it, hand it off, hold it, throw it. That's what just makes him so dynamic. You got 2nd and 1. One-yard run by Jakrosky Merritt. He's done really well, but I won't say it's just him. I think this offensive line has done pretty well altogether. It's been really good to see. Tripped up there. Got bit by something. 2nd and 9 at the 41.5-yard line. Blitz coming. Jaden. Good job. They're going to call a flag on it, though. Holding Allegretti. That was amazing to see Jaden get out of there, though. I thought they had him. I got no problem with offensive line penalties if they're protecting Jaden. I'd rather you hold your ass off than him get hit in the backfield. You got to protect him. Already you use a timeout. It's crazy. Good throw there. Ertz. They don't know the play. That's why they had to call timeout. We'll be right back, guys. Got to run off. One second. All right, we're back. That wasn't good. Almost had the blunt blocked. Got lucky to get that one out of there. Got to be quicker than that. Treadway's too old to be getting hit like that. Can't have that. Can't have that at all. Appreciate you guys being here. What's been your highlight of the game so far? Yeah, mine's been the defensive line. What did I miss on the play before? Jaden Daniels, 10 yards challenged. It was incomplete. What did it do? Bounce off the ground. I had to go run outside and do something real quick. Yep. Yeah, to me, the defensive line, like I said, I've been saying it all stream. It's done, I wouldn't say all stream, but since the second quarter, I've been saying it's really been the standout of this game. So, would have liked to see more out of that first drive there, but, no turnover. Unfortunately, had the penalty there. And like I said, penalties have killed us this game. Jackson Dart. What week do you think Jackson Dart is going to come in? I'm saying, I think 4 or 5. I think they'll give Russell Wilson, 4 or 5 weeks to kind of have this team going. But I think if they don't have nothing by then. Good play by the defensive line. Second and 10 again. Throwing it. Deep ball. Good play. Good play, Lattimore. Little underthrown there. Good play there. So 3rd and 10. Bounced off. 4th down. And just like that, 3 and out again. That's what you want right there. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Tight end. Just a little low, but that's catchable. You got to make that catch. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I said I don't think they're going to fire him in season, but I don't think Brian Daboll is going to be the coach next year if this team doesn't do something, like almost make the playoffs or something. He doesn't think so. He thinks that now that they've got Jackson Dart, he believes the Giants will give him a couple years to kind of figure it out. But I don't believe so. And he even said, he was like, oh man, they're almost there. And then you see the way Malik Neighbors is acting and everything on the sidelines. That's not a team that believes in their coaching staff or, vice versa. Excuse me. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I don't know if you guys checked it out at halftime. If you haven't checked it out, when the game is over or later on, go ahead and check out that Santana Moss. They honored him at halftime. I'm going to go back and watch it in a little bit, but I didn't get to watch the whole thing. But it's pretty cool to see, the players that, we all kind of grew up liking get their dues. A lot of the legends are just now being recognized as well, which is insane. So it's good to see. Like, people don't understand. People think just because we got Jaden, we're a good team, and I believe 100% that is a big part of it. but we actually have owners, ownership, and head coaches, and it was so crazy. Even one of the same guy I was talking to with the Giants. I was telling him, I didn't realize how bad our coaching staff really was, and he was like, "What are you talking about? You had Ron Rivera," and I go, "That's what I thought. I thought the same thing. I thought, oh, it's Ron Rivera. He's a respected head coach. He da 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 da." And then you just look at all the first round picks who have flamed out, second round picks. I mean, all these picks we had that are they're not even on practice squads. Like Jamin Davis got released from the Jets. I mean, he may be on a practice squad now, but I mean, there's just so many players that we drafted with this team that just aren't even in the league, or I wouldn't say in the league. They're just not really high end players, and it was just so crazy. I mean, Emmanuel Forbes, I mean, he didn't really, and it's just, you don't realize it until you actually see a competent organization. And now that we're seeing it is crazy. Terry McLaurin with a big catch right there for the first down. It's the second catch of the game. That's good to see. Showing us a little highlight. Bucky Irvin got the touchdown for Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is up 17-10 with the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, we haven't done a score check. We'll do that in the next commercial break. We'll do a score check and go around the league and see what the scores are. Handoff. Oh, Bill. I would have took that to the outside. We gave him a 4. The trickery, man. It is a little crazy to see the trickery that we're pulling off with Debo now, with Cliff, and it being only week 1. I'm really excited to see. Hopefully everyone stays healthy. Midway in the season, what he's going to come up with. We got 2nd and 5. Ball on the 43.5-yard line. Jane Daniels drops back. Oh, just kind of throws and gets it out of there. I don't think Bill was ready for it. He rushed that one a little bit. I've been surprised we haven't seen Austin Eckler out there more, which I'm not mad at it because Bill's played pretty well. But here we go to 3rd and 5. Short, incomplete, Terry McLaurin. Are they going to review that? I don't know. They called it incomplete. I don't know if you challenge that, even if you do. I mean, it hit him in the chest. But I can't really tell if it hit the ground or not. I don't know if they're going to challenge that, if they'll take a review and look at it. All right, yeah, he's challenged it. I mean, you trust your players in that situation. I mean, I don't think it's going to get overturned. I think they called it incomplete. And I don't think there's, from what I've seen, unless they zoom in and they can really tell it, I don't think they're going to change it. So I think we're going to end up with 1 timeout. While we're on commercial break, real quick, let's go around the league and see. Let's see. Arizona is up 20-10 on the New Orleans Saints. Indianapolis is just walking the dogs on Miami. They are up 23-0. I guess Daniel Jones at quarterback was the way to go. You got the Las Vegas Raiders are up 14-10 on New England. Wow, the New York Jets are up 26-17 on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Did not see that one coming. Jacksonville is up 10-3 on Carolina. And the Cleveland Browns are it's 17-16. Cincinnati is up 1 point. I did not see the Cleveland Browns sticking around in that game. Tampa Bay, like we showed earlier, was up 17-10 on Atlanta. Wow. Man, 17-16. That is crazy. It'll be interesting to watch highlights. What do you guys think about that? Should I watch highlights of the games? Let me know in the comments. Should I watch highlights of all the games around the league and react to those? But yeah, no, that is wild to see. And like I said, Indianapolis up 23-0 is just insane. Yeah, wow. Jets up 26-17. And they're in the third quarter. At the end, 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. So they still got a whole quarter to go. Not impossible to come back, but I did not see that coming. Yeah, so they called it incomplete. They did not reverse the decision. I didn't think they would. I didn't think there was enough there to overturn it. And the way this new replays, the way the officials are going, they want to trust themselves and they're going to bet on themselves. And unless there's clear evidence, which I didn't see, they're playing the replay. I didn't see enough clear evidence to where they were going to overturn it, unfortunately. So they're going to punt it off, touchback. But it's good to see, It's good to see that Terry kind of getting open there. But that's that work, They missed the work in the offseason. And I don't care what anybody says, Yeah, you had last season to kind of that you had was a really decent season. But what did it take? It took it wasn't until that Cincinnati game where he actually took off and had a decent game for 100 yards or whatever when he had the game winner as well. So, the first couple weeks, Terry wasn't really a big part. And we've seen Debo. Debo's been a really big part of this offense so far. I'll be interested. I'll check it in a minute to check and see exactly what the stats are, to see what we're looking like. Oh, there we go. Almost got him again. This defensive line is getting in there. I don't know if they blitzed on that one, if there was only 4 that came in. But that quarterback pressure, they've been there all night. And that's the crazy thing. You haven't even seen Frankie Louvu. Like I like Frankie Louvu. I think he's a good player. Last season he was really good. But I think this year they're going to try to shut him down. And he's missed a couple tackles in the first quarter. And we haven't really seen him much since. Run the ball. Stopped him behind the line. Lost it 2. Good play. Good play. I'm going to have to figure out all the the numbers for the players. Only one I know on the defensive line now is 94, Daron Payne. I'll have to get all the numbers figured out so I can know exactly who is. Third and 12. Drop back throw. Quick slant. Wan'Dale Robinson. Good tackle. Good tackle. And Jeremy Reeves. They said he was going to get a lot more playing time. That's a good tackle. Russell Wilson. Run for 2 yards. First down. Yeah, I keep looking over to the left, and it's already happened. And like I said, the stream is a couple seconds behind what ESPN shows. And I think that's for TV purposes. Russell Wilson's been pretty good at that quarterback sneak, though. I'll give him that. They did pop him, though. They're lucky they blew the whistle. I remember who was it a few years back, Case Keenum did that. Remember, he tried stretching the ball out over, and they knocked the ball out of his hand. Almost got him again. Rushes. Nice tackle. 6 yards. Second down. Yeah, I remember it was Case Keenum, I believe it was. Did the same thing. Tried reaching over and smacked the ball out. And it was on a 4th down. And they didn't blow the whistle. So it was still a live play. And the only play that where you reach over and it counts is the end zone. And it wasn't an end zone play and ended up fumbling the ball. Tracy with a run there. First down. Russell Wilson, 10 for 20 for 80 yards. 50%. Mikey Sanders got the wind knocked out of him. Russell Wilson pass incomplete to Darius Slayton. Yeah, they tried going with the deep fade. Threw it behind him. Good play by Noah Igbenogany. This is a difficult name to say. Let's call him Noah. But good play there. He turned around. He did have him by the face mask there. Good no call. Good no call. Second and 10. Good blitz. Neighbors jumps backwards to get that one. They went back to Igbenogany. You know, since Mike Sanders went out, they're going right back to him each time. Good play, but it's basically the same route that they run last time. Neighbors just was able to locate the ball. He knew it was back there, so it was kind of a jump ball. Oh, it was Quan Martin came in there and blitzed him. First down and 10. Ball on the 39-yard line. 38. Fake the handoff. Going deep. Got a flag on the play. Going to call it on Marshawn Lattimore for defensive holding. 4 yards. We're going to call automatic first down. So that's going to put the ball on the 34-yard line. Penalties are killing us. The penalties are just insane. Yeah, you can't grab the arm there. I don't think that was much, but I think that's they're kind of giving them that one for the face mask they missed earlier. So first down and 10, ball on the 34. Fake the handoff, wide open in the middle. First down. Got a flag though. Holding on the offense. Oh, me. First down and 20, ball on the 44-yard line. Going deep again. Good break up. Trey Amos. They're trying to get that deep ball to Neighbors. I hope the guys understand that. Just don't let them slip underneath. Good job of finding the ball, putting your hands up, knocking it away there. Good play. Yeah, Russell was trying to get Neighbors that deep ball. Short pass to Scatterboo. Gain of 7. Got up a little worry on that one. Third and 13. Two minutes left on the clock. Defense has to come up with a stop here. Good play, Deron Payne. Graham Gano kicks a 55-yard field goal. 14-6. Good play by Deron Payne. Get in his face, get his hands up. Good play. And see, that's, I can't remember who it was I was watching or listening to. It was a podcast. And it was one of the beat writers. It could have been John Kime, but it could have been one of the other ones. But they said the biggest thing that this coaching staff wanted to do for the defense this year is get bigger on the defensive line. And they believed that if you looked at the tape last year, that there was a lot of plays that Bobby Wagner was just a few seconds behind, and it was because that the defensive line wasn't able to hold up. And they said that if you're able to hold up the line, then Bobby Wagner is going to be right there. And you saw it on that play right there. Deron Payne got in his face, got his hands up, and Bobby Wagner was right there behind him, and I think he would have made that play. But the field goal, good job for them, 55 yards. I mean, you can't complain about that. Points are points, so now they're down by 8. $1:43 left to go. Kickoff, Luke McCaffrey. Good to see Luke get a little action there. Yeah, that's a good little run right there. Up to the 35-yard line. It's a good little run. Merritt with the run to the left side. Gets stopped behind the line for -4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Showing blitz. Yep, bringing blitz. Yeah, a lot of players on that defensive line that you haven't even heard their name called tonight. Thibodeau, And that was on Connolly right there. Got past him. 2nd and 14. What we got here? Got a penalty. Defensive holding. Automatic first down. Noobin. So automatic first down. 57 seconds to go in the third quarter. Debo in motion. Gonna fake it to him. Gonna throw it back to him. Gain of 4. Jaden Daniels for 4 yards. That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. This is going to be 3rd and 2 at the 48. Going into the fourth quarter. Nice little scramble there. Get down. I'm fine with it. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and we're going to be here for the start of the fourth quarter. We're back. Whew. Fourth quarter, 14-6. Still a little score check before we come back from commercial. Arizona's up 20-10 on the Saints. Excuse me. Indianapolis is up 30-8, so Miami finally got a score, but they're not going to win that one. So Indianapolis is going to take that win. Las Vegas Raiders are up 17-10 on New England. Pittsburgh has came back. I repeat, Pittsburgh has came back. Pittsburgh is up 31-26 on the Jets. It's still 10 minutes to go in that game. Jacksonville is up 17-3 on the Carolina Panthers. It is still 17-16 in Cincinnati. Or they're in Cleveland, my bad. Cincinnati 17, Cleveland 16. And then the Atlanta Falcons are down 17-13 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 11 minutes to go in that game. So a few close games. Carolina and Jacksonville is only still in the second quarter. I don't know how that happened. Was there a weather delay or something? I'm assuming that delayed that game back some. But yeah, Indianapolis 30-8. That is so far that's your talking point of the week. All right, 3rd and 2. Short pass. Debo stopped behind the line. Good play. Good play by who's number 22? Who is that? Phillips. That's a good play. Got to give him play. That was a good play there. He read it all the way. I wish they'd throw the ball a little bit further. You know, I think when you're that short of yardage, just throw the ball. Just get a couple yards. Throw forwards, not lateral. Run a hitch, run a slant. Got a couple yards on that. 3-yard return. Ball at the 12-yard line. Defense is kind of fluttered. Offense kind of fluttered a little bit. Yeah, they're wanting that. Malik Neighbors deep ball. First and 10. Russell Wilson's throwing. Catch. First down. Russell Wilson scrambles for 15 yards. It's going to be another first down, ball in the 43. Defense is fluttering a little bit. Offense is kind of stalled out. Defense is kind of stalled out. I don't really see a hold there. I mean, they're going to call it, but I didn't really see much of a hold there. Kind of grabbed him by his shoulder pad a little bit, but it looked a little bit of a hold on 97, but Newton has been a little disappointing. He really didn't flash much at the preseason at all. Too much time. Incomplete. Aaron Rodgers has 4 touchdowns. Did he have any game where he threw 4 touchdowns with the Jets? Somebody let me know in the comments. So here we are, 2nd and 10. 13 minutes left to go. A little short dump off. Get him closer to the first down yard marker. So you got 3rd and about 3. Third and 4. Good play. Is that a fumble? Is that a fumble? They're going to call it incomplete. Damn. They're going to call it an incomplete pass. I thought that was a fumble. But we don't have any challenges. Yeah, they're not going to call that a football move. They're going to call that a bang-bang play. Whatever, it's fine. Makes a punt. I'll take it. We'll take it. So they're going to call it a punt there. Well, I don't know why I got a yawn going. Oh, thought maybe he'd get in there and try to get a piece of it. So out of the backfield. Still up by 8. 14-6, fourth quarter, 12:06 left to go. It's good to see, though. It's good to see. Defense stepped up on that drive after they'd kind of had a little bit of a falling off pattern. I will say you can tell when the starting offense is out there, or starting defensive line is out there, and then they have the backups in. Newton, he may not be the player that we hoped he would be. I know you watched the Commander series they had. They called him a Commander's player, you know, that Commander tag they had on him. He's not really showing up. I don't know who that was beside him. I have to take a look at it. Actually, while we're on a break, we'll see. So, yeah, Deebo Samuel's got the most of our receiving yards, 58. Rushing yards, Jaden Daniels with 44. Merritt's played decent. Right here, though, this is what's killed us. 9 penalties for 59 yards. Cannot have that. And we're only 3 for 9 on third down. Can't have that. So, we'll check the box score later. We'll do all that, but that you can't have that. You can't have that many penalties. And I actually think there'd be a couple more penalties there, but they got declined. So. New York Jets, it's 4th and goal in the Pittsburgh 1. They're down by 5 points on that one. We'll see if they get that in or not. All right, first down 10. Fake the handoff. Jaden runs. Gets to the outside. First down, out of bounds after a 12-13 yard pickup. Good run. Good run. They did. Jets just scored 32-31. They'll make it 33 if they make the extra point. Wow. What a game that is. Handoff. Merritt, couple yards. That wasn't Merritt. That was Jeremy McNichols. Yeah, that not getting any, not at least getting a field goal after halftime's looking a little more important now that we're the time winding down. You know, if we had that extra 3 points, we wouldn't have to be worried about it being a one-score game. Throw here. Good catch. Good catch. First down, Zach Ertz. Good to see. A little behind. Good little throw there. First down. Austin Eckler, 3-yard run. Going to make it 2nd and 7. Excuse me. Jaden Daniels, I got another penalty. Incomplete pass. Who is this on? Connerly. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with a holding if our quarterback doesn't get hit. You don't want to see it, and it's going to knock you back further. But second and 17. Ball on the 40-yard line. On the Commanders' 40-yard line. Oh, quarterback run. That about bounced. He bounced right into Algoretti. Nick Algoretti. On that one, bounced right into him, and that almost ended up badly. Bounced right into him. But luckily, number 57 just whiffed and missed him. So 3rd and 5. Jaden Daniels has 60 yards. Catch, Debo, first down. Good first down play there. So we're all out of timeouts now. They're going to call a timeout. We're going to be all out of timeouts with 8 minutes still left to go in the game. Remember we lost one timeout earlier to the challenge play where the Terry McLaurin catch. So here we are. We're going into it. No timeouts in the fourth quarter. All out of timeouts. Hopefully we won't need them. That's it. That's kind of a little frustrating, having no timeouts with 8 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, especially only being up by 8 points. But at least we're leading. It could be worse. We could have no timeouts and needing 8 points. But yeah, team's playing well. Team is playing well. It's been ups and downs. The starting defensive line has really showed up. When they bring in the backups, that's when Russell Wilson has kind of been able to kind of get out and scramble a little bit more. Cornerbacks have played the secondary all together. Missed a few tackles, a couple little holds here and there, but all together they're playing pretty aggressive, which I'll be fine with that. They've been making Neighbors earn every little route that he's running. Oh! Debo heard them footsteps. He heard the footsteps coming and dropped that one. He got a little too anxious there. So 2nd and 10. Yeah. A little bit behind, but those are on your fingers, man. I called out CeeDee Lamb on the Thursday. If they're hitting you in your hands, you got to catch them. You know. False start. Yeah, the Jets are up 32-31. Wow. They came back. All right, 2nd and 15. Ball on the 35-yard line. 11 for 73 yards in penalties. That is ridiculous. Jumping off to Eckler. There you go. Nice little jump. Spin. Oh, there you go. First down, Eckler. What a play. What a play. Good to see him in there. That's really good to see. I've said that earlier. We haven't seen Eckler a lot this game. And the fact that he comes out there and he's such a great runner. And he's got a lot to prove. You know, last season marred by injuries, concussions. And you gotta wrap him up. You gotta wrap him up. He ain't one of those easy ones to tackle. All right, 1st and 10, ball on the 19-yard line. 7:18 and counting. Handoff, Deebo Samuel. First down. No tackle. Is that a touchdown? Touchdown, Deebo Samuel. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yep. Matt Gay extra point is good. 21-6. That's what you want to see. That is why Deebo Samuel is a difference maker for this team. Whether it be the end arounds, the catches, that's a touchdown. There you go. What a play. I said it earlier. It's going to be interesting to see. You got blockers in front of him. Tunzel, Bill Krosky Merritt with a nice block in there. And Deebo just going straight to the end zone. Love to see it. Love to see it. And that's how we put a little cushion on this game. And as long as the sky doesn't fall, we'll be leaving week 1 with a W. That's what you want to see right there. You want to see it. You want to see it. Mariota coming up and talking to Daniels. That's awesome. Deebo's had a great game. Great game. Great game. Defensive line. We'll go top 3. I know the game's not over, but so far we'll go top 3 things that I've been really glad to see. We'll go. Number 1's been the defensive line as a whole. Really been doing a really good job. Number 2 would have to be Deebo Samuel. He's had a few drops. I think we clean up those couple drops. I mean, he's going to have a great season as long as he stays healthy. And then probably the third thing, I would say the offensive line as a whole, like the whole game. Connerly's, got beat a couple times. He's going against good. That's the thing is I don't think people understand is they're going against a really top-notch defensive line. Whatever you want to say about the Giants as a whole, they have a few players, but when it comes to that defensive line, they got Thibodeau, they got Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, and Brian Burns. You haven't seen Dexter Lawrence at all this game. We've barely heard Brian Burns' name. He's beat Connerly a couple times. You haven't heard Thibodeau's name. I think he has maybe 1 tackle this whole game. And then Abdul Carter, I think he has maybe a half a sack where he was on that Brian Burns sack, that first one. But other than that, you haven't heard those guys' name. And the fact that this offensive line has been able to do that to such a high-level defensive line really pumps me up. That's one of the top things of this so far this game. But yeah, the defensive line is really Deron Payne's had a hell of a game. Javon Kinlaw, Dietrich Wise. Cornerbacks have been a little iffy. Lattimore's played decent. They've tried Amos. Same with Sandusville. They've tried to test them a little bit. But the only person they really have, and it's nothing against them, but the only person the Giants really have offensively that really worries anybody is Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is the only one that anybody's really worried about on that team. What a good game so far. They've played a really, really solid game. Oh. Got 7 minutes to go in the game. I don't want to be on TV. He walks away. All right, 1st and 10, Giants ball. Back there again. Can they get him? No, Russell Wilson gets away. Tackles him down for about an 8-yard game. Bow had him for another sack. Wilson gets out of there. Russell Wilson, 14 for 29 for 123 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. 2nd and 3, ball on the 42-yard line. Handoff, Tracy. Bounces off, 1-yard gain. Probably a gain of, they'll give him maybe a gain of 2. Should be 3rd and 1. Yeah, defense has played a really good game so far. I mean, like I said, it's not like we expected the Giants to come out here and go crazy on us or anything like that. But you wanted to see kind of everybody play their part and see maybe what this defensive line could be, and they've really done their part. 3rd and 1, got a flag. They're going for another deep ball. Oh, he dropped it. Looking for a flag, no flag. He dropped it. Is that Wan'Dale Robinson? They tried again for him. They like doing that inside slot fade. They've tried it multiple times on the left side. This time they went on the right side of the field, tried hitting him with that. They're going with a legal formation on the Giants. Good stop there. Who was that? Sanders still on defense. That's good. That was good tight coverage. That was good tight coverage there. So 3rd down, 5-yard penalty, so that makes it 3rd and 6. 5:56 remaining. Going for the, wide open. Fell down. 1st down. Oh, they got tripped up on each other. Iganagabi. 1st down, Giants. Nice little rush. Nice little push in the middle. Russell Wilson out of bounds for a gain of 2. $5:20 left to go. We're going to have to watch it, though, when we're playing teams that have a really nice running quarterback, especially like the Eagles, even Dak, I would say. Closing the pocket like that, everybody pushing in and leaving it on the outside. Good for the defense to swarm to only give them a gain of 3, though. Clock running down. Snap, going to throw it. Good push again. Gets it just off out of bounds. Going to be 3rd down and 7. Defense is swarming. They're getting in there. They're getting in there. They're getting a push. They're not playing around. And that's why I said this defensive line, they're really proven to be upgraded. They're really proven to be upgraded. .446 left to go. 3rd and 7. Got the ball on the Commanders' 42-yard line or 38-yard line. Little flip it out to Tracy. Couple yards short, 4th and 2. They're obviously going to go for it. So we got 4th and 2. 4:28 and counting. Stop here could definitely seal the deal. Ball on the 33-yard line. Need 2. They're going with a deep ball. It's picked off. Quan Martin, there's a flag though. Still running it back. So what's the flag going to be? Penalty on Bobby Wagner, roughing the passer. Come on now. They're trying to keep him in there. They're trying to keep him in there. That was Bobby Wagner. Came in there and popped his ass. Oh, that's bullshit call. He barely popped him. I get it. They're going to call it every time. But nah, man, that wasn't a penalty. Neighbors is pissed. All right, 1st and 10, 3:46, ball on the 18-yard line. Sorry. Defense getting in there, got him again for a 1-yard rush. Good play, Armstrong. Good play. I'm running in a hurry up already. 2nd and 9. Quick throw. They caught down at the 4-yard line. 1st down. 1st and goal. Ball on the 3-yard line. 3 minutes to go. Throw. Just going to throw it out of bounds. .252 to go. 2nd and goal. They have to score and get an onside kick. So the wind's looking good right now. But anything's possible. Alright, here we go. 2nd and goal. Time winding down. Gets it off. Going to throw it. Ball batted down to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. Deron Payne is having a great game. Really playing good. Really playing good. right, 3rd and goal, ball on the 3, 2:49 to go. Out of bounds, incomplete. Popped Neighbors there. Good play, Marshawn Lattimore. Going for it on 4th and goal. We stopped them last time, got a penalty called on us, and then they went for a field goal. They need a touchdown here. They're not going for a field goal. Behind him. Turnover on downs. Commanders ball. And that'll pretty much do it. That will pretty much do it. Hell of a game. Defense came up, showed themselves. And that's the thing. What's the names you haven't heard this game? We've barely heard Frankie Louvu's name. And he was the person who we all looked at last year who needed to make plays. We've barely heard Bobby Wagner's name, except at the last penalty, which I think we can all agree wasn't really a penalty, but they're going to call it. And then another person's name, for wrong reason, was Marshawn Lattimore. Last year, a lot of the games, we needed him to show up, and he always didn't really make the plays we needed. And the defense altogether has really showed up all the way around. All the way around has showed up and played well this game. I mean, you can't do much better than what they've done. No touchdowns, multiple trips in the red zones. Bill gets the rush. Couple yard game. Giants call a timeout, trying to preserve some time. 2:35 left on the clock. Giants still have 2 more timeouts remaining. They're going to try to use all their timeouts and keep the 2-minute warning. Try to get the ball back. I was surprised that they did not try like a swing pass to Scadaboo or something, because Scadaboo's been able to kind of break some tackles and stuff. But the fact that, look at Neighbors right there with a towel on his head. I mean, him and Daboll was going at it early in the game, and I was happy to see that. That makes me happy. Anytime a star wide receiver is already frustrated early in the game, all that does is make it better for our team. Because every time he gets a missed route or missed opportunity, he's just going to get more and more upset, and I am 100% behind that. That means our defense is playing well, and that's exactly what we want. Run by Merritt. First down, Merritt. Still going. Still going. Knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 47. And that right there is, no offense to Brian Robinson, but that is why Brian Robinson got traded. That right there. Look at that. Just that little wiggle. That little wiggle right there. And that's why, just like they just said, that's why they thought they could move on. Nothing against Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson is a dependable back who's going to get you the yards you need here and there, but he's not going to break runs like that. We saw it too many times. Brian Robinson would get in the backfield. He would make a run or two. He just could never really make big runs and plays like we needed like that. Like that right there was a big play that we needed, and it worked out for us. And that pretty much is going to seal the game, I believe. I mean, we still got time. But that right there is what we need. Austin Ekeler out. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. First down. Oh, that's Jeremy Nichols. Another first down. That seals the deal right there. They'll call a timeout, but they're out of timeouts. I got one more timeout. But yeah, that's pretty much going to seal the game. Hell of a game. Great game, boys. Great game. Could have played a little bit better in times. Could have played a little bit better at times. Penalties are definitely something we're going to have to clean up. Penalties we definitely have to clean up. But other than that, we've played really well. 211 rushing yards. Holy. Wow. Did not know that. Did not see that. That is amazing. Offensive line. Offensive line. That's amazing. That's amazing. Handoff. And pretty much that's all it's going to be is handoffs. And they're going to use their last timeout. 2nd and 8. Jeremy Nichols. But that is amazing. So while we're looking, let's go through and let's scroll a little bit. Let's scroll through. So we got passing yards. Jane Daniels is going to finish with 19 for 30. For 233 yards and 1 touchdown, no picks. Rushing yards. Bill Krosky Merritt, that right there puts him at 82 yards. I don't know if he's going to come back. I think he's going to have McNichols run the rest of this game. Run this game out. But Krosky Merritt with 82. We're going to go through the whole box score in a second. Debo Samuel with 77. Deron Payne, 1 sack. Bobby Wagner has 10 tackles and you wouldn't even know it. Like that is so good to see. The fact that he has 10 tackles, but it's not like I'm not gonna say he's needed to make those tackles, but the fact that like we haven't been like, man, we're seeing too much of Bobby Wagner is just that's what I'm saying. There we go, McNichols, first down. That ends the game right there. End the game right there. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Send them home week 1 with a loss. There we go. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick while we're on the 2-minute warning. So that way we can get done. We can talk about the game a little bit before we end the stream. Pittsburgh came back and beat the Giants 34-32. Man, what a game that was. They came back and won it at the end. Let's see. Arizona beat the New Orleans Saints 2013. Miami Dolphins lost to the Indianapolis Colts 33-8. Las Vegas Raiders won 20-13 over New England. Jacksonville is leading Carolina 20-3. Cincinnati beat Cleveland 17-16. No points scored in the second half of that game. And Tampa Bay is losing to Atlanta 20-17. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. Commanders win. Hell of a game. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Hell of a game. I switched over to the Tampa Bay game. Tampa Bay. Oh, wow. Tampa Bay scored a touchdown at the end. Wow. Tampa Bay scores a touchdown with 59 seconds to go left in the game. Wow. Excuse me. Wow. All right, let's go to this box score. So here we go. We got an overview of everybody. 233, like we saw. We had 3 sacks for 21 yards. 17-37, Russell Wilson, 168 yards. 2 sacks for 11. We were on Russell Wilson all day, though. That's the thing. We were on Russell Wilson all day. He didn't have a chance. And that right there, I mean, you see it. Their highest rusher was Russell Wilson for 44 yards. Over here, and this was, I did not know we had this many rushing yards. Bill Krosky Merritt had 10 for 82 yards. That long one for 42 at the end of the game. Jaden Daniels finished with 11 carries for 68 yards. Austin Ekeler, only 6 carries. That was a little surprising to me, but I'm fine with it. For 26 yards. Jerry McNichols, 4 for 25, kind of closed the game out. And then Debo, we saw that one long run where he scored the touchdown on that kind of the end of a round. So they finished with 32 carries for 220 yards. I mean, that you can't do any better than that. That is awesome. You can't do any better than that when it comes to running the football. Because, I mean, look at the other team. Look at the Giants. 23 carries, 74 yards. You see what I'm saying? Scatterbo, everybody's talking about this and that. 2 carries, -3 yards. Sure, he had a truck. Doesn't mean anything. Then we're going to go to the receiving. This is where you see a little bit, Debo, like I said, he had 7 today. Could have had more. Dropped a couple. 10 targets, dropped a couple passes. We'll see that he'd have over 100 yards. 77 yards. Then you have Chris Moore, who had that big long play, who came in. He had 1 for 34. Austin Ekeler, 3 for 31. Noah Brown, 2 for 27. Terry McLaurin, 2 for 27. Had that one drop that they challenged, tried to get it a catch on that third down. Zach Ertz, 3 for 26 with a touchdown, the only passing touchdown of the game. And Jerry Lane, 1 for 11. He had another target where it was dropped. And then the catch that he did get was right after that. No fumbles. Forced 1 fumble, didn't recover it though. That was early in the game. And this one right here is the biggest kind of shocker. Is I didn't realize that Bobby Wagner had 10 total tackles, until we were scrolling through earlier. Frankie Louvu had a few missed tackles early in the game, finishes with 7. Quan Martin with 5, had an interception called back because of a Bobby Wagner penalty. Will Harris, I thought Will Harris played decently today. There was a couple times I think he missed a tackle or two, but it'd be all right. Daron Payne, I think defensive player of the game. I'll say defensive line altogether, but Daron Payne had a great game. Great game. I know he only had 1 tackle, 1 tackle for loss. Had a couple batted balls where he was right in the person's face. Dietrich Wise, I think, had an awesome game as well. Same with Javon Kinlaw. I think these 4 right here that are kind of grouped together, Daron Payne, Dietrich Wise, Javon Kinlaw, and Dorrance Armstrong. I think these 4 right here, if you would say a player of the game, these are the players of the game. They just all game when they were in together was just raking havoc. Marshawn Lattimore had a pretty decent game. Percy Butler, didn't even really see him or hear from him, which is good. Could have been more of a special teams. Trey Amos, they tried him a couple times. I saw the one where he actually turned around, was able to get his head around and put his hands in, so that was good. Nick Bellore had a good tackle on special teams. Popped him, actually. I don't remember who it was, but Atlanta's driving. This game's still on. 27 seconds to go. They called the timeout. Yeah, they're driving. They're coming down the field. Mikey Sandstrom, I thought, played a decent game. Iganagbe, they tried him a few times. Jerzon Newton, I mean, he's got to play better. I could 100% tell with him. 97's Eddie Goldman. When him and Eddie Goldman were defensive tackles, you could 100% tell when they were in the game. The push wasn't the same. They weren't able to get in there and actually mess with anything. And Russell Wilson was able to kind of throw balls more with them. When the other four were there, they did not allow them to do anything. Kick returns. Deebo Samuel, 2 for 50. Luke McCaffrey had that decent one for 36. Was looking at the game over here. So 23-20 Buccaneers, 27 seconds. They are on the 35-yard line. Tosses it out. Bijan Robinson. He fell in bounds. No, you can't have that. Oh, time running down. You got to get out of bounds. He got the first down, but time's just running. 11, 10, 9. Man, got to get out of bounds there. Got to get out of bounds. They went from 27 seconds down to 9 seconds. I mean, Bijan got the first down, but he fell down inbounds, and the clock just ran. They lost about 12 seconds off that. Man. They have a decent kicker, Young Hae Koo. Oh, they're checking to see if he stepped out of bounds. They're trying to check and see if he stepped out of bounds before he got the first down. If so, that would stop the clock. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds right there. Yeah, he's out of bounds, so they'll stop the clock. It won't be a first down. Man, yeah, you gotta go out of bounds there, Bijan. Yeah, they're gonna do a burst review. It's gonna stop the clock, give him a few more seconds, but he's got to go there. Luckily, we didn't have to have Matt Gay do any field goals from longer range. 3 for 3 on extra points. Tressway, 5 punts for 245 yards, 1 touchback. He almost had the one blocked. It was tipped, but we got it off. Luckily, did not block it. But, I mean, if you look at these stats, and, I mean, you look at it, the biggest thing, and we will go back to the game cast real quick. The biggest thing that you could tell was right here. We got total yards. Look at this. 432 total yards. 25 first downs, but penalties. 12 for 89. And there was actually more penalties than that. They just didn't get accepted for whatever reason. 4 for 11 on third down. Got to get better than that. Didn't have any fourth down tries. That's the only reason Tressway had more punts. I don't think we needed to. But red zone, 3 for 4. That right there is going to win you games. When you get in the red zone, you got to score. And we did score when we got in the red zone. Time of possession is pretty much even. But we're 1-0 in the division. Tied with Philly for number 1 in the division. So, it's on to next week. You know, we'll go see next week. We are going to play Green Bay Packers. And it's going to be a Thursday night. So we're going to play Thursday night game. We will be here. We will be here most likely watching the game live. Going to be at Green Bay, 8 o'clock. And then that's going to be on September 11th game. And then the following week we play the Raiders, who they won today, versus New England, 20-17. So, oh man, he had the catch. What a play. Anton Winfield Jr. came across the field. I don't know who that was that had the catch, but he was wide open, made the catch. The DB cornerback had fell down in front of him. He made the catch, and Winfield ran all the way across the field and hit his arms as he caught the ball and knocked it out. Penix going for end zone. Oh, you got to get a flag there. They're not going to call a flag? No flag. Wow, went for an end zone throw. Looked like to be pass interference. No flag. So then you're going to have Younghoe Koo come out to try to tie it up in the fourth. Yeah, no flag. I thought he had a flag there. So here we go. They're going to try to tie it up at the end. But, man, we're going to be at Green Bay. Ticket as low as $199. And then you come to these other teams. The Chicago game. Like I said, some of these games, it looks winnable, but we're going to have to wait and see as times come. But it's 1 week at a time. So 1 week, 21-6, 1-0. I mean, you can't do much better than that. Got to be happy with what we have. And I'm proud of the team for the way they played. Defense, like I said, the defensive line to me was the highlights of the game. No injuries this game, hopefully. I don't think so. I think everybody came out pretty good. No injuries, yeah. Yeah, no injuries. So we're doing good. 1-0. This is last season. Well, but I don't have it up yet. Alright. But yeah. Go back to the Gamecast. No, I don't want the game. Yeah, there we go. We'll see what they wrote. And then we'll get ready to get out of here. Falcons missed the field goal. Buccaneers come away with the win, 23-20. Younghoe Koo, who is a guy who everyone thought was going to be one of the next top kickers in the league, is kind of fallen off. Last year fell off, and this year, is not starting off with he missed the potential game-tying field goal. And I want to believe it was like a 40-yarder. It wasn't like it was an 80-yarder or anything like that. So let's see what that had to say. Let's start that over. That was everywhere. Jaden Daniels threw for 233 yards and a touchdown. Deebo Samuel scored in his Washington debut, and Washington Commanders kept the New York Giants out of the end zone in a 21-6 win Sunday. Last seen allowing 55 points to Philadelphia in the NFC Championship game, Washington defense had a much better time against the Giants. New York only managed only 231 yards of offense and was particularly ineffective running the ball. Daron Payne had a sack and batted down. Where are we at? There we go, so you can read it. I wasn't watching where y'all can read. Daron Payne had a sack and batted down a third down pass, and the Commanders never let Russell Wilson look comfortable in his first start with New York. The Giants, who went 3 for 14 last season, showed enough on defense to suggest some improvement is possible. Washington didn't score a point in the second half until Samuel's 19-yard touchdown run, which made it 21-6 with 7:09 to play. Washington faced 2nd and 17 on that drive, but Daniels bounced off a tackle for a 12-yard run, then threw to Samuel for 19 to put the Commanders in field goal range. Moments later, Samuel, acquired from the trade to San Francisco in the offseason, took a handoff and swept to the left and shredded a tackler and reached the end zone. The crowd began chanting Deebo. They also was chanting Terry early in the game for Terry McLaurin, who reached the deal after a lengthy contract dispute and contributed a couple of catches this opener. The Commanders left running back Chris Rodriguez Jr. inactive for this game, a sign he'd fallen behind rookie 7th-round pick. I don't believe that's true. I believe they just didn't want to have 4 running backs. We know it's going to be by committee. I think when one goes down, the next comes up. Krosky Merritt had 82 yards on the team-high 10 carries, including a 6-yard scoring run in the second quarter that made it 14-3. The Giants' pass rush was plenty feared entering the season, and New York did produce 3 first-half sacks. The pressure on Daniels also forced an intentional grounding penalty that cost the final few seconds to run out in the first half when Washington appeared assured of at least a field goal, which we should have got a field goal out of that. Abdul Carter, the Penn State star New York took with a third-year pack, had a half a sack in his debut. He also blocked a punt in the third quarter. Okay, that was Carter that blocked the punt. Okay. Although his ball made it well into the New York territory, and the Giants mainly went 3 and out. Carter did nothing this game. That half a sack he had, he was going down because Brian Burns had already tackled him. That's not what you want to see out of your third round, number 3 pick. And Dexter Lawrence wasn't even nowhere to see on the field. Daniels threw a 7-yard touchdown to Zach Ertz to open the scoring, and then New York could only manage a field goal out of the first and goal situation from the 1. After falling behind 21-6, the Giants had a first and goal from the 3, but ultimately turned the ball over on downs. Wilson went 17 for 37 for 168 yards. Injuries, which we saw was Michael McFadden in the first quarter, was carted off with a leg injury. Giants played Dallas next, and then we played Green Bay on Thursday Night Football. So, there you have it. I mean, like I said, we saw it. It was a good game. We saw what we got to see, and doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good to finally have a team to root for and to be like, you know what? We actually, like, we would be happy, used to be happy to pull away with a win. Now we come away in week 1. We kind of expected this game to go our way. We expected it. When's the last time we expected wins? We don't. We as a fan base have been neglected for so long that even when we expected that we should win this game, we always knew in the back of our minds, we're probably going to lose this game. So it feels so good to finally have a team to be happy to cheer for and to be able to watch a game knowing that as long as the sky doesn't fall, we're winning this game. Next week versus Green Bay is going to be a little bit more challenging, I'm assuming. We're definitely going to watch that game later tonight. Actually, they're playing right now against Detroit. Still scoreless there. Let's go over, let's see. San Francisco is up 7-0 in Seattle. Tennessee is up 3. Oh, no, they're tied 3-3 with Denver. And 0-0 for Houston and the Rams. So, amazing. We may go live later tonight to talk about it. We may go live tomorrow. Let me guys know in the comment section what you think we should do. Talking about the rest of the week. The rest of the games that are going on tonight. Let me know if you think we should do a kind of watch the highlights of the games and react since we kind of missed them. Or I'll just watch them on my own. That's what I usually do anyway. Catch up on the games. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you all being here. Those who came by just for a few minutes, those who stayed for a little while. I hope to do this all season. Can't be 100% sure, but during the week, the primetime games are going to be a little bit harder, just mainly because we're dealing with the kids got to be in bed by a certain time for school and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate everyone checking out. Hail to the Commanders, hail to the Redskins, whatever you want to call the team. It just feels damn good to leave with a win and knowing that this ain't a fluke. We are a team, We are here to play. And with Jaden Daniels at quarterback, anything's possible. Anything's possible. And like I said, to me, top 3 things we'll leave out of here after this. Top 3 things. Number 1, defensive line. Defensive line played excellent. They weren't perfect, but they were in Russell Wilson's face all game, and that is exactly what we wanted to see. Number 2, offensive line. I thought the offensive line played pretty well. Did they play perfect? No, but we named yet all the starters on the New York. I was looking at the scores earlier. Sorry, out of the New York Giants defensive line, we named all the names there, and the fact that we only had those 2 sacks, maybe there was a third one, but the 2 by Brian Burns where he burnt Connerly on the right side. No, he was the one that got the 3. Yeah, he burnt him twice, and then got the one that was on the screenplay. And then I would say number 3, now that I looked at it, was the rushing offense. I did not realize we had over 200 yards rushing. And if we're going to play like that every game, there's no stopping. There's no stopping this team. So, 400 yards in offense right there. 400 yards in offense. The biggest thing to take away that I did not like was the penalties. Penalties and third down. Got to get better on third down, but penalties for sure. Had a few drop balls that were not necessary, but the penalties killed us. Almost 100 yards in penalties. Can't have that. Can't have that. That'll lose you games. And when we're playing against, nothing against the Giants, but we're playing against, especially next week, against the Packers, and when we're playing the Eagles later on in the year, you can't have games like that where you have 12 penalties or more for almost 100 yards. So I think there was a few more extra penalties that didn't get accepted because of first downs or whatever happened. So can't have it. Other than that, good team win. Red zone 3 for 4. Next week, Thursday Night Football, Green Bay Packers at Green Bay. Hope to see you there. Appreciate everybody who came and checked out and hung out. 1-0, baby. 1-0. Enjoy the feeling. Hell to the Commanders. Subscribe to the Read Zone. Thank you. Comment, DM, do all that stuff. And we'll see you soon. I appreciate everybody hanging out, checking it out. Hell to the Commanders. Week 1 with the W.